Yeah, well, so guys, I'm really late tonight, but hello Aussie Bob. So yeah, just been a bit busy. I'm good, thank you. Hi Glitch, how you doing? Sorry I'm late, guys, but yeah, I've been out all day. I met up with this mate and we did a gym session. And yeah, Anton, good to see you. Hope you're well too. Yeah, it is a late one, but I've been kind of busy. I just was out all day and then I had some food, so I've just been, yeah, we did a session at the gym and then we ended up going live on TikTok because it was his first time, so, and I can't actually go live on there. So what I said is that he could like help me out and I can kind of like use his account to kind of promote myself, so yeah, it's good to have loyal supporters. And yeah, so I did a lot of different stuff today. I did some cardio, did some weights, and yeah, some of the numbers I got were pretty good. Like I did the like this rowing thing, and the guy was saying that his record time for the 1,000 meters was 4 minutes. I'm like, right, I'm gonna try and beat that. And you know what I did? I got 3 minutes and 54 seconds, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, it's a pretty good time. So yeah, it's yeah, the crowns. Yeah, if you send gifts and stuff, then yeah, then you can get a crown. But yeah, it's a new feature on YouTube. It's something that they've rolled out. So yeah, hit that like button, guys. But yeah, I definitely feel like I've had a good workout. I'm not like aching or anything. I'm just just feeling that that sense that you've worked out hard and yeah, just kind of relaxed really. But yeah. Indoor gym, yeah. It actually was indoor, but the good thing it was like kind of it was kind of open, so it wasn't. It was kind of a cool gym, but it was kind of like a bit of a like. It wasn't like one of these corporate type gyms. It was just like a yeah. Because you get like corporate gyms like Pure Gym and these kind of like chains that you get where a lot of them you have to like. You have to put in some code to get into it, and it just feels very kind of, I don't know, very corporatized and just. But yeah, anyway, so hope everyone's had a good day. I quite liked how the weights felt, actually. They were kind of more comfortable, I found. Like, you get some, hello, Camille, how's it going? Welcome to live. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, guys. That'll be really appreciated. So yeah, I just did like, the weights kind of actually felt good, like yeah, and we're doing the mix of different things, full body workout pretty much. But yeah, the 1,000 meters in 3 minutes and 54 on the rowing machine, I thought was like pretty good. What do you guys think? I mean, yeah, just kind of what's that? Stop it. What you said? Who you telling to stop it? So. But welcome to the live. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, guys. That'd be really appreciated. And hit that like button as well. Helps with getting me pushed out more, I guess. So hope everyone's been enjoying the weather and yeah, it's not been too bad today. So just been out. I've been busy today. So yeah, it's been good. I don't speak French. Sorry. I only speak English. I did learn a bit of French at school, but and all kind of like bonjour, madame, or something like that. Yeah, je m'appelle Jamie, which means my name is Jamie. My name is Slim Shady. Remember that song? Eminem, Slim Shady. Yeah, I think I remember back when that song was fresh out or something, but yeah, like in the late 90s really, but yeah, that was, yeah, I mean, anyway, so yeah, hit that like button everybody. Let's get the live shared out if you can. Sharing is caring, so let's do this. So yeah, just gotta, if you wanna feel good and you wanna feel, full of energy and be strong, then you're gonna have to, work on that, It's not like something you have to accept. You can just work on it and get better. A lot of people just accept who they are, but like, why just do that? Why accept yourself as being weak? Because all you're gonna do is just it's going to get worse as you get older, you know, as you get older, if you're weak when you're young, then imagine what you're going to be when you're 80, 90 years old. You know, but if you're strong, you're healthy, you're fit, it's going to pay dividends when you're older, and you're going to feel like you can still do stuff. You can still, you know, you can still be active. You know, you can run around after your grandkids if you ever had them. It's just, you're just going to generally feel better. You know, you're going to be healthier, and there's a mental health benefit to exercise as well. And there's a lot of people who get, you know, struggle to even do exercise when they get old. You know, they're getting frail. They're going around with a Zimmer frame, whatever, or they're just going around with a walking stick. And it's sad to see, you know, when people get to that point where you know, they're just not able to really, you know, push themselves anymore. They're just kind of, you know, they're slowly withering away. And some of them end up in, you know, bedridden because, you know, let's say they have an accident or something, and then they end up, you know, that's it. So it's really important that we, you know, exercise for our mind, our muscles, our bones, our heart, our lungs, everything in the body pretty much. Almost every system in the body is benefited by exercise. So something I can't recommend enough is regular physical exercise. I'm not saying you have to do loads of it, but doing enough to get yourself in shape, get yourself healthy, you know, it's something that's worth it for the long run. Yeah, it can be uncomfortable at times, but got to think about the long-term benefit. You know, you're going to feel a lot better afterwards. I was actually watching this thing yesterday I think it was yesterday, or the other day anyway, it might have been the day before, talking about how just by putting your face into like cold water for like 30 seconds, that can actually help to get you out of fatigue. So if you ever feel fatigue, maybe try that. You know, put your face in cold water. Obviously, don't do it if you've got health problems that maybe are going to make that kind of dangerous. But like, you know, for most people, I'd say, you know, it could be a good idea to just, you know, if you're feeling tired, go put yourself in, you know, put your face in some cold water. That'll soon wake you up. You know, it's going to just, yeah, you know, you're probably going to feel like a lot more. Yeah, it's going to just, yeah, get you out of that lethargic state, you know. So a lot of people end up becoming lethargic. You know, they sat around too much. They're not doing much, and you know, their body starts shutting down. So when you put yourself in, you know, you give yourself a shock like that, it's going to snap you out of that very quickly. For the most part, anyway. Hi, O'Doyle rules. That's the oldest trick in the book to wake up. They say it sobers you up a bit too. Yeah. So it's good for like just some people do cold showers, but apparently you don't even need to do a cold shower. Just put your face in the cold water for 30 seconds. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to do a cold shower because it's so uncomfortable. Literally 30 seconds of putting your face in the cold water. It's you know, it's not like the end of the world, is it? You know, it just wakens you up, and it can. I think I should start practicing that myself. And I get up if I'm feeling, you know, groggy or whatever. That can just, so it could be like almost like a more natural way of, you know, kind of, and maybe it's worth trying as almost like a pre-workout or something, almost like a caffeine boost. It could be kind of like similar to in terms of like the effects, like those people who swim in ice water. Yeah, that's another one as well, cold plunge, but yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. But yeah, I'd love to try that at some point. But yeah, it sounds like it would be. I've actually been in some really cold water before when I was actually doing this thing called gill scrambling, and this was like the beginning of February, and we went doing up in the Lake District, and there was all this what they call latent cold. Hi, Paolo Rossi, how you doing? I hope you're well. Welcome to the live. So we're doing this gill scrambling. There's all this water that were coming up from like up on the mountains, and it was latent cold, so it was like. Yeah, apparently it stays cold up there till like, you know, March, April or something, or even longer, because like it's just, but basically there's all this cold water coming down constantly, and, you know, and it's like after a few minutes it's alright because, you know, you put these, you put the wetsuit on and it traps a thin layer of water, and that water warms up because the heat from your body warms it all up, it traps it. But for a few minutes it can be like quite, yeah. But it's definitely something to, yeah, experience that kind of cold sensation. So yeah, it's that was a fun activity. It's just like, anyway, because there was these bits where you could like jump in them, like you could belly flop or fall backwards into it or something in these pools. They have these like deeper like pools in it and stuff. Hi runner boy, how you doing? So I got some like good stats today. So did 50 kilo squats for 25 reps. So let me see what percentage of like 1 rep max that would be, but they say that's not very accurate, but let's kind of just get a kind of, I probably could have done a few more reps maybe, but I just kind of safely kind of just finished there really, but hang on. Yeah, I was out with Richard today, so we just kind of like did a session there. Did a lot of different stuff, did rowing machine, we did, so I got a record on there of 3 minute 54, 1,000 meters, so yeah, maybe you could try, see how well you get on with that, do like a 1,000 meter challenge. I didn't record it unfortunately, but apparently they don't really like you recording unless you get special permission, because you probably have to get permission off people. It's just, I don't know how you do it. Hi Kai, good to see you again. How are you tonight? I hope all is well. But yeah, sorry if I've missed any of your lives, just been a bit busy. But yeah, we was actually streaming onto TikTok on his account. So what we're going to do is try and build that up, and then yeah, so we can start to, I'm actually trying to arrange to maybe try and do some, so I'm going to try and do some busking, and he can film it on his TikTok, and then and then they can just send the money over to me, so like I can get like more money that way. I can get it from doing the busking, and then also from people donating perhaps as well. So I just set my phone down and record my sets, right? But I don't know, there was this thing about, another thing was like the copyright and stuff, but you have it on silent, do you? Or do you not have music where you are? Anyway, so basically, yeah, so yeah, 25 reps, that was most on 50 kilograms, so yeah, I just thought I'd challenge myself at that, and yeah, but yeah, 354 for like 1,000 meters on the rowing machine. That was pretty good as well, so I'm happy with, you know, some of these stats that I've been getting. And what else have I got? What other stats is there that I did? Yeah, I did 120 kilograms on the deadlift. I did about 4 reps of that. But yeah, doing anything tomorrow? Not that I can think of really. Probably more working out and stuff. But I'll be posting a video tonight. Oh yeah, cool. So just kind of showing him around some like equipment, like how to use it and all that. How's it going, Nafil Udin? Welcome to the live. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. How's it going, Fat Muppet? Good to see you again. I hope you're well. Oh yeah, chicken tikka masala, yeah. Because it's like, it's not actually like an Indian dish, is it? Because it was actually, yeah, the British kind of like adaptation of like Indian food, because Indian food tends to be quite spicy, you know, things like vindaloo, things like, what else have you got, like Madras, even that's, you know, fairly, you know, spicy, but a lot of these ones are, you know, quite spicy, but yeah, tikka masala is quite mild in comparison. So what's that? Fried rice. Oh yeah, fried rice. I'm not Scottish, no. Why? I thought you knew I'm English. Anyway, so yeah, a succulent Chinese. Oh yeah, Chinese. Yeah, there's a lot of like, you know, different world cuisine here. We don't really have. It doesn't seem like we have much of our own cuisine anymore. Because think about it, you know, it's like fish and chips. That's one of our only things. It's like, other than that, it's like, what have you got here? Friggin' jellied eels. I mean, black pudding. In Scotland, you've got haggis. It's like, ugh. A lot of these foods just seem really gross and just like disgusting. Even though I've not even had a lot of them, but it just the thought of it just I don't know. Whereas you get in like Italy, you've got things like you know, olives and you know all these different nice like foods and stuff like you know like your you know their own kind of like fresh pizzas as opposed to you know the stuff you get here that you know in the Western countries, a lot of them that are like you know especially in like America where it's you know you got your really processed crap. Oh yeah, yeah, you do have that, but even that I find kind of overrated. You know, I find a lot of the stuff, even the stuff that's okay, is overrated. Like I just find that a lot of the you know foreign cuisine is way better. I would say that even probably some of the worst stuff in like the foreign cuisine is you know better than some of the best stuff of the British cuisine. I mean, I don't know. Hi Richard, how you doing? Yeah, but I don't know. I just find a lot of it just kind of overrated, and I don't know. I know it's just my opinion. Everyone's gonna have their own opinion, but yeah. Yeah, anyway, just keep the chat flowing and yeah. It's like a lot of the food even just doesn't look good, I think is what it is, like shaky. A lot of it's just because it just kind of looks grim, like fish and chips or, you know, you think, or bangers and mash. It just doesn't even look good. Whereas you get things like, I don't know, like a lot of this fresh stuff, say like, you know, Mediterranean, you know, cuisine, like your paellas and stuff like that, that's got a lot of different colour, it's got a lot of, I don't know, I could eat it every day. That's what she said. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for the likes, everybody. Yeah, just share this out if you can. Yeah, how are you, Shaky? So yeah, I was with Richard at the gym today, and yeah, he was actually struggling with the deadlift because he has this injury on his foot, so he couldn't go that heavy. He got to like 60 kilograms. He tried 70. He just got it just off the ground, but couldn't get it like to come up to you know like the to the top. So yeah, it's just but yeah, I reckon he could have probably easily done 80 if you know if he'd have actually been you know proper. But yeah, you hate pizza. I mean, actually, like good like pizzas, like fresh ones, like stone baked or whatever. I think they're pretty good, but like you know more the healthier type ones rather than like the really processed stuff like your friggin' whatever crap, like especially has anyone ever had Chicago town pizzas? They just taste like I don't know sweaty feet or something. It's just or sick. It's like a mixture of sweaty feet and sick rolled into one or something. Homemade is nice, yeah. Yeah, I remember my grandma once made I think a mushroom pizza once. It was quite nice. Yeah, she was good at making food. A lot of like the old like women were like really good at making food. She knew how to make a lot of different recipes. She did a lot of baking as well. So she used to like getting the baking books like you know Mary Berry and stuff like that. You know, she used to like watching like Nigella Lawson and all these different chefs and whatever. And yeah, sort of like taking some like inspiration and just you know doing their own cooking and stuff. But a lot of people don't even cook anymore, do they? They just get ready meals and then that's it. You know, people just want to be lazy now and just choose the path of least resistance. The more processed the food, the tastier all. Yeah, well, it depends really because yeah, there can be some good stuff that you can get that's unprocessed. I mean, but also it depends like your taste buds adapt. So if you actually like come off, hello Haley, how you doing? I hope you're well. So if you come off like the processed stuff and you just gradually transition to the healthier stuff, you'll start to find that the healthier stuff starts to taste good. Your taste buds start to just get used to that. So yeah, that's what I find anyway. That yeah, it's like you know I put this salad on this food earlier today, and I'm like at one time I probably couldn't have even eaten it. I would have thought it was disgusting, but you know I'm like okay, I don't mind this. You know it's all right. But yeah, it's just your taste buds actually apt, and it's like there was actually this study where they found that like after 30 days when they took them off refined sugar, that they found that like naturally sweet foods like like a strawberry or something like that tasted sweeter. Because a lot of people even find that a strawberry or an apple or even things like grapes or oranges or whatever, then they think that they're not sweet, but they are. It's just that your taste buds have been messed up with all this candy, all these Twinkies or whatever you eat, like I don't even know if they have them in this country, but yeah, all these friggin' like when they go and get their stick of rock or whatever, or their candy floss, when they go to the fun fair, it's like giving these things to children. I think to me it's kind of almost like child abuse to keep doing that to your children. It's like if you just did it like once in a while, but it's like if they start getting hooked on it, then they're just gonna start wanting it more and more, and a lot of them just never really shake it off. So it's like we should be trying to be like feeding the kids like healthier stuff really, but it's one of those things, isn't it? Mutton, no, you're talking to me. Mutton's like a sheep thing, isn't it? It's like an old sheep is supposed to lamb, because lamb isn't like lamb like a young sheep or something, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it like friggin' kebabs made out of lamb or something? Yeah, a lot of people in this country love their kebabs, don't they? They doner kebab, or shish kebab. They love their, yeah, it's just yeah, lamb. Yeah, lamb to the slaughter, but it's just it's just mad, isn't it? Like how people don't really. It's like understand. It's like It's like I don't know. It's like the way I see it is like if you're gonna eat. This was an argument I had. If you're gonna eat meat, then it's like if the animals had a good life, then okay. I mean, I'm not saying that that's good. It's even, but a lot of the time they'll have this meat when the animals have like barely even lived through a fraction of their life. I've heard, like chickens, like they can actually be slaughtered within about 8 weeks or so of being born. I'm like, there's just something that feels kind of off about that, They don't let them live out their life at least, because they're just trying to make as much profit as they can. So it's all about profit rather than about ethics and morals. So yeah. Anyway, so oh yeah, kebabs. It's just I don't know. But oh yeah, clubbing. Why clubbing? It's like midweek or something like that. But it's Haley going out clubbing at midweek. Yeah. Is like trying to look for some guy to like, to take home or something. I don't know. Yeah, or maybe just to get some like free drinks off some kind of, sort of nice guy, they call him, innit? Yeah, just go on like, hey, you want to buy me a drink, and then like, oh yeah, of course, I'll go buy you a drink. Yeah. Yesterday she did in Stockings. Oh really? Alright. It's not Christmas though, is it, Yeah. Anyway, so I never get malt drinks. Oh really? Yeah. Why am I not surprised? Rocky Horror Show. Oh yeah, there was that. What is it? Let's Do the Time Warp again? Yeah, that song. Did you put that on earlier when we was on TikTok? But yeah, we're gonna have to do that again soon. Like it was fun. We had like friggin' 24 people at one point in there. We literally had more people in there than we had on here. It's mad. Yeah, I'm waiting to book my tickets for Bonnie Blue when she comes to Ireland. Lol. You gotta be kidding me, right? Yeah. More like Bonnie Blue, because she's like Bonnie and she's just like really skinny. Yeah, all these really skinny fucking women that are just like, yeah. Anyway. Right, that's where I was Monday. Oh yeah, watching Rocky Horror in Leeds, yeah. So how was that then? I was watching some videos on some abandoned buildings in Leeds. I was thinking about maybe doing some videos at some of these places, but one of them was like trying to get into this place in Leeds, but it was quite hard to get into, and I don't know if I'd be able to do it because it was like quite like narrow the gap to try and get into it. Because you're not allowed to like break into it or anything, but it's like, yeah, I guess they consider it as like, I don't know, like listed buildings and all that, you know, where it just kind of becomes public property or something. Richard's coming with me next time. I'll get him dressed up. Oh yeah, I bet you will. Yeah, I bet Richard loved getting dressed up. You know, it's all like flamboyant like that, and just kind of, you know, he'll do. He'd love. I bet he loves all the fancy dress in it. You know, and just dressing up like friggin', you know, like I don't know, like a woman or something, with all the colours and all that. You know. No, no, she won't. What's that? Give it a go anyway. What are you for real? You, I thought you was like, I don't know, you just like messing around, like, 'cause, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but, I'd be careful, I don't know what kind of stuff she's got, you know, all the, wieners that have been inside, you know about you going to the abandoned building. Oh, really? Oh, hang on. Yeah, but it's just I just saw that one of them had this, like the way in was really narrow, but I'd probably have a look at some point, but like this like urbex stuff that's yeah, it's quite fascinating. I was watching some of them, and there was like these places where they had these like classic cars just still there, and it's a shame to see them just kind of rotting away there. You know, just like so much potential that they could have had, and you know, they could have had, you know, many more miles used, or you know, like how did they? Hello to you, Joshua, and good to see you again. I hope you're well tonight. Thank you for stopping by. You look better than Jason Donovan, or who are you talking to, Richard or something? Hang on, Jason Donovan, like, yeah, was it in like Neighbours or something, wasn't it? Didn't they stop doing that then? That Neighbours. It's just mad that people seem to keep asking me if I'm like Australian or American or whatever. It's like, no, can you not tell the difference? Like, goodness. So what's this number 3? So yeah, so Haley's like, so there's this thing called community leaderboard. So yeah, I'm just looking at that. Yeah. So it's kind of similar to what they do on TikTok, I think, where they have this leaderboard system. Thank you for the 10 likes, everybody. What is your favourite country? I don't know. Hi, wet noodles. Oh, really? I'm good, thank you. Just yeah, just chilling at the moment. Thank you for the like. Haley says, I just thought I was a princess. Oh, really? Yeah, and then reality hit like a ton of bricks. Yeah, and there's somebody else that thinks they're a princess and really they're a slapper. And yeah, you know, you can't be a princess and be a slapper at the same time. I'm not saying you're a slapper, but yeah. But I saw this post on, what was it? Something like someone said on the Facebook, I saw someone said, you know, would you rather be treated like a princess or a slut? And then she says, why not both? I was gonna say, I really Oh, it's not, what's that? A slapper? Why do they call them slappers anyway? I don't really hear a lot of people use that anymore anyway. I don't really hear a lot of people call it a slapper. Alright, take care, running boy. I might check your video out later when you post it then, so... Yeah. Yeah, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was, telling someone that there was a woman waiting for him, and says, "Get to the slapper!" Anyway, so, yeah, who's still in here? Thank you all for the likes. But I don't know what the hell's going on with Gravity Core Fitness, because there's this guy in there called Piers DeRoos, and he friggin' timed me out again. I don't know what his fucking problem is, but he obviously doesn't like me, because it's the second time he's done that. And I wasn't going to cause any scene again in there, but I'm just like, I just can't even be arsed anymore. I'm just like, I'm just not even going to react to it, because he probably wants me to react. I'm not going to give these people the satisfaction. I'm just not going to react. It's like, I don't know what he's trying to do, what he's playing at, but I'm not going to react to it. It's just very childlike behaviour. It's like, we're supposed to all be adults, but yeah. Bye then, sorry. Are you off now, Haley? Well, you take care. You're talking to... Oh yeah, he was on about, Richard's heading off now, yeah. Oh yeah, Richard, you take care, I'll, chat to you again soon. So, I'm going to try and sort out, him doing busking, and, I'm sorry, not him, but, me doing busking, and he would help with, filming it for the TikTok, and then, hopefully it would attract some people, and we can, because for that first live we had over 1,000 views on it, which is crazy. It's way more than what I get on most of these lives on YouTube, so, that's crazy how that's happened, but it was good to see some old faces in there and stuff, so I'm going to have to try and, do that again, very soon, but so there's people I'd kind of missed, like Hannah. So Hannah doesn't come on here. A lot of people don't really like YouTube, I guess. Or, if they use TikTok, then they might not really do YouTube. And then there's a lot of people who do YouTube, they don't really do TikTok. So it was good. Yeah, we had about 24 people in at one point. So I mean, that was more than what I would get on some of my lives. So I'm like, what the hell? I went on with Richard the first live, and I was like, I was like, at the beginning it seemed like it was really slow, and I thought it was going to be like a slow live, but then after a bit it started to pick up, and there was all these people started showing up. So you never know what's going to happen, really, but so I was wondering if something had gone wrong, because for about 10-15 minutes, hardly anybody was showing up. But so I don't know if the algorithms have changed over there or not, but so I remember it used to be like after a few seconds, people would just start showing up quite quickly, but anyway, it is what it is, so but I'm just feeling kind of calm, just relaxed now, and I won't be on too long, because it is a late one tonight, so I'll just kind of do a few more minutes, and then I'm just going to get off, get a bit of something to eat, and then I'm going to bed. Any more questions before I go? Put them in the chat now. But so I feel like, I've had a productive day, and been good. I'm kind of glad that I changed my, sort of direction for what I was doing today. Because I had a completely different plan today, and then I changed my mind last night. Because I do want to try and, make something of the busking. But I thought, if Richard can help me out and we can try and do some filming. And I could do it technically, but I'd have to get another device, and then I'd have to bother messing around with another data plan or something like that, and it would get a bit kind of... but obviously, for it to go live onto TikTok, I can't do that myself. I can't, do that with my account anymore because I don't have one. I've been banned, and I can't even make a new one. It's mad. Like, I can't make a new account on TikTok because, so I've been pretty much blacklisted. It's like every time I do that, if it's from the same IP, I can't do it. And the thing is, even when I tried using a VPN, it still wouldn't let me. It would flag it up as and I think there's a thing where you have to use your mobile to like verify or something, so it's like they've really made it so that it seems to be like impossible or almost impossible to make a new account after you've been banned, unless you just, like I said, just use somebody else's account. But you've got to find people that you do that, and I'm thinking about seeing if I can try and get people to stream me out. And say if they've got YouTube and they don't really use it, you can stream me out on here if you want, and you can just try and bring people over. I guess you could start a channel, and then you could just put my streams onto it, bring the traffic over to my channel. You could simulcast it, put the link to my channel, and then people come over here. Imagine if we could get a bunch of people doing that. They don't even bother usually doing content, but they could just go live for me and just share the content on the. So I do it on there, and they could just bring more traffic into my lives. That would be an idea to like get the channel blowing up. So if they wanted to help me that way, if they really wanted to get behind me and like actually blow it up, because otherwise. The algorithms aren't really in my favor, so looks like people have kind of gone out. Hang on a sec. I guess Haley went with Richard or something. I don't know. But looks like most of the people have gone now. So anyway, Anton's still there, cool. Let's have a quick drink. No, I'm at my own house, alright, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, like Rich was asking me earlier, like, if since I've been doing the fitness and all that, I've become more confident. I'd say yeah, but I still have some issues. I'd say that I've been kind of, it's been kind of like, still dealing with a few issues. Anyway, so anything else you want to talk about before I go? Like I said, if people wanted to like, put the live on their channel, send people over, put a link to it, because that could help really. They could just stream it if they got like two devices, stream it on one of them. And then hi Rudy R, hope you're doing well. So they could have it up on one, stream it on another one. So let's say they're watching it on laptop and then they stream it on the phone or something, and then they can bring people over. So let's say they do a vertical live on their phone. They then say, hey, go, click this link, go to his channel. Yeah, I do remember you, Rudy. A message to you, Rudy. Stuck you messing around. Yeah, remember that song? Yeah, Specials. Message to you, Rudy. A message. How long has it been? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Thank you for the 11 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Alright. That's a good idea, Jamie. Yeah, because like I said, the TikTok thing, Rich is going to help me out with that. Hopefully, so I can try and build that back up again, and yeah. 444. All right. Yeah, all the fours. About 1%. Oh, really? 1% battery, you mean? Yeah. You probably have to plug it in now then, isn't it? Yeah, anything else you want to say, guys? Yeah, so it's just about thinking outside the box a little bit. That, yeah, I'm going to try and basically tell people, hey, if you want to help me out, I'm going to need to try and, I might make that video tomorrow to like tell people, how they can help me out, because otherwise I just don't know how it's going to work. And just try and sort of like just flood the algorithm with my content and just bring people into it, bring it to an engaging conversation. And yeah, so if say like people even like reluctant or whoever might, just be able to help out. If say people could start, if you need to have like 50 subscribers to do it, but you could easily get there just by, I don't know. It shouldn't be that hard. Just put a few random shorts out or something. Just yeah, you can get yourself to 50 subscribers pretty easily. So any more questions, guys? Looks like most have gone now. So yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap this up then. Last chance to ask anything before I go. Just be quick, because yeah, about time I get out of here really. Sorry it wasn't like a long live tonight, but there wasn't even really one intended today, but yeah, I thought I'd come on for a bit and check in with you guys. So alright guys, have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.